Hi, how are you guys doing today? My name is Anima, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today, we're going to be playing I hate it when I touch this thing! It really annoys me! We're going to be playing a Wise Use of Time by Jim Datilo. That's a very exotic sounding name. The Jim slightly offsets the exotic soundingness of it, but Datilo sounds very exotic, especially if you say it like that, although I could say Jim. That's pretty good, isn't it? So this is a choose your own adventure, and this is a pilot episode because I don't know how the world is going to feel about this as of right now. So this is why this is a testing kind of thing. You let me know at the end if you enjoyed this and if you think I should do more. We're gonna be reading together. Like I said, this is a choose your own adventure, so it actually lacks all music and sound effects and stuff. So we're gonna be relying a lot on these fine pipes to get us through this adventure. So let's begin. A wise use of time. So, the beginning of your new life involves a busy intersection, a speeding truck, a text message, and time stopping. It happens so fast, in the blink of an eye, actually with a blink of an eye. While you're walking across 12th and High Streets near that deli with the really strong coffee, a text message on your phone draws your attention. You look up to a green light and divert your gaze right back to your phone's screen. As you pass midway through the intersection, a large object fills the corner of your vision. You hear brakes lock and squeal. Looking up, you spot the massive front grille of a truck and large letters reading Baketown Delivery. You close your eyes as the truck barrels down, but it only takes a second, maybe less. The world goes silent. The noise of cars, the truck's horn, the hum of people talking, the clamour of the city. Your body tenses, and when you peek your eyes open, everything is stopped. Holy shit! It seems there was a crash or something. Obviously that was written in there, I just read it. And now you stand in the middle of the street, but the truck towers beside you, not 3 inches from your face. The grille of the massive vehicle leans forward at an odd angle, and a billow of smoke rises from its front tires, hanging in the air as if painted on an invisible canvas. Ooh. On the corner, a woman points at you, her mouth open to shout, but no sound emits. A bird flies high above you, stuck in the foreground of the sky, hanging in flight with its wings mid-flap. Somehow, it remains suspended. You step away from the truck. Everything in your field of vision stands still, stuck in limbo, locked in the middle of motion. You spin to the side and face the corner you left moments ago. A tall businesswoman in a trench coat trips on a crack in the sidewalk, but doesn't fall. A waiter at an outdoor cafe reaches for money on a table and pours coffee from an urn. An urn? Holy hell. The stream of hot liquid never seeming never to end. Well, sorry everyone, I got that one wrong. A bus barrels down High Street, its wheels spinning, though it goes nowhere. A cyclist perches next to a parked car. He's balanced upright, though gravity should knock him over. And somehow, you perceive you are the cause of it. You stopped time. Oh, we got some Life is Strange stuff coming on here. Let me take these off because I don't even know why I'm wearing them actually. I don't really need to. In the back of your head, you sense a tickle like ants crawling over your flesh. Charming! An energy bubbles inside your brain. You're in control, but for how long? You don't bloody know how you know, but time will start again soon. You feel an intangible compulsion to move, to run, to test your power, to interact with the frozen city. You. Okay, so let me preface this by saying, basically, if you haven't figured it out now, this is about getting time powers. And you actually really fully choose your own adventure. You can be male or female or whatever sexual orientation you desire as well. That was specified. And you can basically become whoever you want to become, is what I've gathered from this. We can tell it's set in America because it's like English people don't really use the between High Street and Fanny. We don't really have that kind of talk. But anyway, let's pick something. Stand the businesswoman up so she avoids tripping. Steal the money from the table at the outdoor cafe. Open a car door in front of the cyclist and see what happens when time restarts. Walk to the corner and try to restart time. Best to figure out the extent of my ability first. Well, I don't want this woman to get fucked up, so let's pick that. Okay, you rush towards the businesswoman, her long body graceful in its descent, her heels snagged on a crack in the concrete. A flap, I haven't said flap quite so much in my recent memory, of her coat folds outward, caught in the midst of action. Her back bends at an awkward angle, and her mouth curls in an O. In her hand, a styrofoam cup tilts to the side, lid popped off and suspended above it, flecks of liquid in mid-rain. You grip the woman's shoulders and take a deep breath, like a weightlifter ready to bench press. But as you start to move her, she glides with little effort, seemingly along an invisible track, like somehow the world allows you to make such a change. It reminds you of swiping across a tablet. Oh, smooth and simple, and her body repositions. You tilt her cup and recap the lid. You refold her coat, you straighten her right leg and swivel her arm. Then you position her like a fucking... You could really fold her up like a noodle and just start time and laugh! Laugh at her pain! The itch in the back of your head grows to a sharp pain. Your ears buzz, your eyes blur, and a metallic taste rises in your throat. You blink and hear a pop. Opening your eyes, the world moves all at once. The truck's tires squeal as it passes the intersection where you used to be. The bird flutters across the sky. The woman next to you shuffles and staggers, but stands upright. A look of confusion crosses her face. She glances at the crack in the sidewalk and twists in all directions. Her eyes cross your gaze, and she flashes a brief smile as she saunters away as if nothing happened. You step to the edge of the curb and follow the pack of pedestrians across the street. And so it begins! Very interesting so far. Let's hit it. And, it looks like we're gonna be able to pick ourselves from here. Chapter 1, everything's dark with your eyes closed. Definitely agree with that one, seriously. While you're walking along High Street, your mind races at the thought of what you just experienced. Time stopped, everything froze in place. Had that delivery truck not stalled in time, you'd be seriously injured or even dead. But how did you do it? You can't help but feel excited. I can only dream of the potential of having such an ability. Anxious, I have no idea what's wrong with me. Inquisitive, I need to learn about my ability. Hesitant, is it something I can control? Excited! Although pretty realistically I might be like, oh my god, I'd be anxious about it. Being able to stop time could prove a useful ability. You can only begin to imagine all the things you can do with such a power. Frankly, I just use it to sleep. It sounds so boring, but I probably would just use it to get an extra nap or something. You recall events from your past where time distorted but never full-on hit the brakes. A softball sailing through the air. Your leather mitt extended overhead as you ran through left field. As if I'd play baseball, but okay. The ball rose through the foreground of a hazy blue sky, and just as it peaked, it slowed for its descent. Noises garbled in the distance, low-pitched and stretched, like a song playing at half speed. Catch it. Back then, you thought the rush of adrenaline made everything else seem slow. And then in college, your freshman roommate partied too hard one October night and danced on the third-floor balcony of Wilson Hall. But time slowed down then, too, and just as Chris teetered over the edge of the stone rail, you grabbed a leg and pulled the drunk roommate to safety. But nothing like stopping time has ever happened before, only odd moments of distorted clarity. You grew up in a small suburban town in Pennsylvania with your mother and father. You are their son or daughter. I'm gonna pick daughter because... Oh! Why do we always have to justify that? Have you noticed that? Let's Players will pick something and they'll be like, I'm gonna pick a boy because I got a winky. Or they'll be like, I'm gonna pick a girl because I'm a girl and I got a fanny. Like, they have to justify it for some reason. I'm gonna pick a girl because, yeah, boobs. There we go. Your parents named you Heather, Danielle, Mia, Kayla, Sophia, Michaela, Fiona, something else. Jeez Louise! These are really, nice names, to be honest. I like the name Sophia, that sounds very ooh, but like, am I? Sophia! I really like the name Heather, it sounds like kind of quietly strong, so I like it. Plus it's the name of that, the character off of Silent Hill 3, and I've always thought she was a bit, if I've got her name wrong, then this is gonna be embarrassing, so Heather! Your family name is Lee Campbell. I've never known how to say that. I'm probably saying it wrong. Thompson, Flores, King, Nyan, Gray, or something. Oh, Heather Gray. Oh, lovely. Or King. I quite like that. I quite like one of these two. King or Gray or King Gray. Oh my. Let's see. I'm gonna pick grey because it's just one letter away from gay, and we all know what that means. When you grow up in a small town, life seems to crawl along at an even pace. Everyone knows your name, everyone goes to the same schools. When you think back to those formative years, you realise small towns are too slow for my taste. I longed for adventure. I enjoyed the community you can only find in a small town. I like a laid-back community, so I wish I could have stayed there. I couldn't care less about that town. It was time to move on. Let's be exciting and pick the small towns are too slow for my taste. Yeah, let's just pick that. That's pretty exciting. As you were growing up, your father and mother provided all you needed. A healthy family, food, clothes, love. Having grown up in harder times, their mission was to provide for their children, so life was easier for you than how your parents had it. You should want for nothing, your dad would say. He never failed on his promise. You're always shy back in high school and never seemed to focus on forming romantic relationships. But during college, you dated off and on and had a long-term relationship lasting your junior year. Oh, I see! He was a senior when he graduated a year ahead of me. I never heard from him again. She was my first true love, but she switched schools over summer break and we lost touch. During this time, I realized I was attracted to both men and women. I had no interest in dating. Even to this day, I would rather focus on friendship. That's pretty nice. It's pretty, you know... It's pretty good, yeah. She was my first true love, as if I'm gonna pick anything else. Next. Your first long-term romance ended abruptly, and from then on you've had no serious relationships. After college, you took the path of most new graduates. You moved home. Soon afterwards, you focused on a career. I took on a job as a data analyst. I excelled in academics and wanted to use my brain for my profession. Possessing natural talent at sports and a superior physique, I planned a career as a professional athlete. Always charismatic and possessing good looks, I turned to a career in the media. Well, fuck. I think I'm gonna pick always charismatic and possessing good looks, because let's just Mary Sue it up, yeah? Let's just have some buff ting, Ms. Grey, you know, I don't know, 50 Shades of Grey, ha 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 ha. Never actually read those. If you have, I'd be curious to to hear what you think, let me know. You accepted an entry-level job at a local television news station. After 6 months at the station, your work ethic coupled with good looks and charisma landed you a part-time spot as an on-air reporter. Hell yeah! Your popularity grew with each passing month until you were made a permanent part of the Live at 5 nightly news show as a junior anchor. Aside from your charisma, you relied on your physical fitness or intellect and common sense. So this is going to determine, you know, what kind of person we are, I suppose. Now, because we are role playing, we don't need to possess these traits. So yeah, right? We don't need to be physically fit or smart and have common sense. In fact, common sense isn't that common. It's a bit fucking misleading, if you ask me. So we can go with intellect and common sense, even though I'm sure physical fitness might come in handy down the line where we can run away from something or punch something or whatever. Let's use our brains. That's pretty fun. Let's do that. While you were originally hired for your social skills and appearance, you displayed a thorough knowledge of current events. Oh my god, that is so not me. I barely know what happens ever. And the ability to speak on a variety of intellectual topics. The news team noticed, oh that's nice, thank you senpai, and awarded you a weekly segment in which you provided insight into hot news topics and engaged in political debates and interviews. Oh my lord! Oh my god, we're like a real boffin, aren't we? You thrived in your anchor role and grew to be a big news personality in the small market. Unfortunately, you fell victim to the cutthroat world of news television bollocks. A friend and colleague fed you false information, a scandal involving the mayor that would end her career. When you aired the report, the mayor's office countered the allegations, proved you wrong, and quickly discredited you. Oh my god, this is not a friend at all! The news group fired you and provided no legal support on the subsequent civil lawsuit, and lawyers' fees swiped out your savings! Fucking A! The worst part of losing your career and money was losing your career and money! Holy hell. I liked having lots of money to spend on the finer things in life. I was in no financial position to help my family should they need it. Oh, I was saving up to buy my own house and relocate to a new city. Losing all of that money jeopardized my future and eventual retirement. Now I'll have to work forever. I just felt like a failure. I should never have trusted people. I felt robbed. People stole my money. I could do nothing to stop them. Now I just want to get them back. Ooh. So, to Mary Sue it up, we could just pick this one. That's like the properly nice person. And, or we could, what's realistic? This is quite realistic. I would really, But the thing is though, I don't think one would feel like a failure because some twat fed you false information. It would make you feel more vengeful, probably. I don't really think about retirement, but we are role-playing, so we don't need to necessarily be like, I think this, haha! I tell you what, let's be a fabulous cunt. I liked having lots of money to spend on the finer things in life. There we go. You worked hard and enjoyed spending your earnings. You always had a new car, went on lavish vacations, and spared nothing to have a good time. Good, good, good. We are drowning in money and bitches, or at least we were. You were saving for bigger purchases when all was lost. In the past year, everything changed. Your father, once a prominent car dealer, appeared one evening at the end of winter. You searched for him, and when you couldn't find him, you searched for any reasons why he was gone. Always a reasonable man, his unexplained disappearance, left you unsettled and confused. He probably ran off with a lover. He must have gotten involved with the wrong people. Subscribe for more. I looked all over for him, but found no trace of where he went. I vowed to earn enough money to hire a private detective to find him. Now I wonder if my newfound ability has something to do with his disappearance. I don't care where he left. I ain't figure fucking daddy who gives a shit. So we could shape our attitude towards our daddykins. So we could do this whole mafia thing, I suppose. Some sort of mystery. Vowed enough a private detective. I don't want to get involved with a private detective, to be honest. I want to be the detective. Now I wonder if my newfound ability has something to do with his disappearance. Well, I think it would be really weird for your dad to just go disappearing at the end of winter. Let's wonder, because we'd be thinking about our ability like a lot, right? There must be a greater purpose to your power to stop time. It must be linked somehow to your daddy. Does this ability run in the family? Did your father clearly... Oh my god. Did your father see early signs of the ability and leave you? Dad, you dick! I could have done something with that ability. Something as phenomenal as controlling time must be linked to his disappearance. Despite your grief and worry about your father, you managed to earn your MBA from Penn Estate and worked at a small firm as a research associate. A headhunter recruited you for Eternity International in the sales division. Oh my god, we are a salesperson. You left a lot behind. Family, friends, a community, loves. Moving to the big city, you adapted to the fast-paced lifestyle and hectic work schedules as best you could. Life back in the small town faded into memory. A month later, you can stop time. You turn off High Street into Melrose Avenue, a narrow alley-like stretch of commercial rebuilding. Oh my bollocks! An alley-like stretch of commercial buildings remodeled into low-rent apartments. Across from these buildings, a playground and recreation center take up the space on the edge of the neighborhood past a highway bordering the Delaware River. Your mind seems awakened, and as you stand on the front steps of your apartment building, something calls from the inside, a voice telling you, "You're gay." A voice telling you to try again, to stop time. Nervous energy builds in your limbs. You feel stressed, agitated. It's an itch you can't scratch. How are you able to stop time? Why now? Are people across the world developing powers or just you? So many questions come to mind and yet you don't know where to begin to have them answered. You glance around the area. Everything comes into bright focus, like peering through the lens of a high-powered camera. Teenagers play a pickup baseball game outside the rec center, and a few preschoolers chase each other on the grass while parents watch and gossip. A pair of toddlers play on the monkey bars, each one precariously close to falling. Barreling down the highway off-ramp, a double-wide pickup truck squeals as its brakes strain to slow the heavy load in its cargo bed. What do we fucking do? I step in front of the pickup truck and stop time before it hits me. Hits me? Oh no! Me? What? I ask to join the basketball game and use time control to my advantage. I go to the playground to see if anyone needs help. Oh, should we go and play some b-ball? Yeah, let's do that. Screw the kids in the truck. Fuck that. Bye. You step across the street and enter the rec area through a gap in the chain-link fence. In the half-court, a mix of young adults toss around a basketball. Mind if I join you for a few minutes? You ask. The tallest of the crew, a pimple-faced guy with an LA Lakers jersey, glances over at you with curiosity.
Do you think you can hang with us?
Oh, sure, he says with a smile. Marvin, sit out for a few. Lakers throws you the ball and you rush towards the basket. Sweat breaks out over your forehead and you can hear your heart pumping fast. The back of your head itches like before, but this time the pain swells like you've been hit in the base of your skull. The hammer, holy hell. No sooner than you've taken 3 steps, a strong arm cuts in front of you, ready to steal the ball. And just before the ball leaves your hand, time stops. The ball rolls out of your hand and bounces clumsily along the cement court. Lakers stands at a weird angle, frozen in position, mouth open, spittle hanging from his lips, perched forward in an impossible stance. You pick up the ball and stare at it. How is Lakers not falling, but the ball still bounces? You step back a few feet from your defender, clear your mind, aim and shoot. Just as the ball rolls from your fingertips, you focus. With a blink, time starts. Lakers swings and misses, and the basketball flies through the air. With a swish, it slides through the net. Oh damn! A player yells, and a series of laughs and vocal jabs fly at Lakers, who stands shocked at the basket he just gave up. He stands up straight, arms on his hips, shaking his head, his face turns crimson, and he has a look as if his cartoon version would be blowing steam from his ears. He rips off his jersey, oh shit, and tosses it to a wooden bench nearby. Bet you can't do it again. I bet I can, I say. I'm going to teach him a lesson, that little... Ooh, want to make it interesting, I say. How about $20 I make the shot? I have things to do, but thanks for the game, I say. It's not fair to take advantage of this guy. Thanks, but I better get going, I say. Well, no, that's boring. We could teach him a lesson. Or we could get the $20. I think we should try and get the $20. We are being a charming cunt. This is what we are. This is our persona for this one, so let's go. Another player tosses you the ball, and you dribble, slow and steady, literally dribbling, slow and steady next to the sideline. Lakers stretches out a few paces ahead, this time taking a much more defensive posture. His eyes lock on the ball. You fake left and twist right. Your heart skips a beat. You squeeze your eyes shut. Time stops. Once again, Laker poses at that same impossible angle, his arms reaching to take the ball. Had you not stopped time, he would have blocked your motion with ease, but you dance to the side of him close enough so it seems somewhat in the realm of possibility, and pop, restart time. The ball shoots, hits the backboard, and falls through the net. Hey! Fuck you, Lakers. Keep practicing, you say, like a dick, and pat Lakers on the back. He hands over a 20. I just don't get it, he mutters, as you walk across the court and step back through the chain-link fence. Oh, snap! Looks like we got some muns! We got some serious muns, girl! So that's pretty damn exciting. I enjoyed that, and I'm interested to see where our little time powers are going to take us, because I certainly don't know. And when I read reviews of this, people were saying, like, there was one point where somebody had like $10,000 in their pockets made just of pocket change. So it seems like you can get some really weird and funny situations coming up over here. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, there are no sound effects, there's no music, there's absolutely nothing but the text. If you fancy trying it out for yourself, I suggest you go and get it. It's super cheap on Steam right now, like $3. It'll probably be like £3 if you're in the UK or wherever else. And it's pretty cool. If you get it, let me know how you do. This is a pilot, so I don't know yet if I'm going to be doing more episodes of this. If you did enjoy it, please let me know, because otherwise I will stop it here, because reading is a little bit interesting. It's a bit different, isn't it? I will have put sound effects and stuff and edited it to make it go all better, but I do need your input, otherwise I'm not going to continue with this. If you did enjoy this and fancy letting me know, feel free to drop a like and comment if you have the time, letting me know that you did enjoy it so that I have a good gauge of whether or not to continue. Subscribe to me as well if you haven't already to keep up to date with the latest content from yours truly. Check out the other stuff that we have on the channel. Lots of funny things and playlists that you can go and see. We have Stray Cat Crossing, which is fucking awesome. This horror game with a lot of story in it, and it's super, super cool. Definitely very, very fun. I do suggest you go and check it out. And To the Moon, which is rad as hell, super emotional, super awesome game, amazingly written. We're bloody spoilt for writing at the moment, Jesus. Thank you so much for watching, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.